Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mel's Talking Hands. So I've had a lot of requests from you guys to do a shoe collection, and I've realized I've never done my entire Hermes shoe collection. So I have 20 pairs of Hermes shoes to show you. I'm going to be going through sizing, comfort, and I will be trying everything on for you so you know what they look like. Hermes shoes are very popular, but honestly, there are some I think are just not worth the money. And with that being said, let's start off with the worst pairs of Hermes shoes in my collection. Okay, first up are these pair of sandals. These are made entirely of rubber. They are the cheapest Hermes shoe that you will find, and for that reason, they've come up with various styles in this sort of construction. And this is by far my worst pair. So I was actually doing a clean out of my packaging and I realized I've never worn these because I forgot about them. They were still in their box. And why are they my worst pair? Can you see that it is warped? When I first bought them, they were like completely flat, and now I have no idea if it's a quality issue, but I still have the receipt in the box and everything. When I tried them on, they've become so uncomfortable. Do any of you own this Aloha sandal, and have you experienced the same problems? This can't be the case because this was not how they were like when I first purchased them. I mean, look at that. Look how warped it is. I'm not saying all of their rubber sandals are bad, but this Aloha one is honestly terrible. But when I first tried them on, I loved it. And I bought them, which I'll go through soon, because I have another pair which I think are amazing. So these run true to size. Obviously comfort is terrible because of the warping issue, but if they remained flat, these are actually a great entry-level shoe to begin with at Hermes. And you can wear them to the beach because they're waterproof. But in my particular case, since I think there's a quality issue, these are hands down the worst, and I definitely do not recommend you buying. Next up is a pair of vintage Hermes shoes I bought. Now this one I'm not that upset about because I got them for a great deal, and I really liked the canvas and leather mix with the sling back, the little sort of lock closure here, and I thought they were really cute, and I think they had only been worn once. Oh, by the way, I will link the sole protectors that I use down below. This is a great way to protect your Hermes shoes because all Hermes soles tend to be, well, most of them tend to be leather, and they just damage so quickly if you don't have a sole protector on them. Anyway, I thought these would be really, really comfortable, but this particular kitten heel, it's like almost too short that when I do wear it, they kind of like don't feel like flats and they don't feel like stable enough as a heel. It's very hard to explain, but they're not that comfortable when I wear them. I've only worn them once, but still, that would not stop me from buying vintage or pre-loved Hermes shoes because I do really like the design, but just this particular one wasn't a win. Okay, next one is going to be a shocker. Do not come for me, guys, okay? This is just my personal experience, but this is a pair of shoes I regret buying, and it is hands down the most popular Hermes shoe. So I'm talking about the Orans. And my particular version is the shearling version, and it is a great style. Like if you look on their website, this shoe comes in leather, suede, shearling, denim, things with patterns, you name it. They've just got so many colors available in this sandal because it is their best-selling shoe. Now, I have not even worn mine, and I bought these a couple of years ago. And I wanted to try them because one, they were so popular, and I have tried the Orans before. You know, the whole shearling trend, especially a couple of years ago, was all the rage, and I really loved this bright pink. So one, I found it a little bit difficult to style. Two, I actually don't find them that comfortable, but I also do know a lot of you love these and swear by them. Also, sizing wise, I had to go up half a size in the Orans, and I recommend if you have wider feet, you definitely need to go up half a size or even one size up because, yeah, I went with a 38 and I'm usually a 37.5. So just to note that in terms of sizing, I'm saying it's not that don't buy them, but for me, my mistake was buying the shearling ones as my first pair because the idea and the concept was good, but Yeah, probably not the easiest to match. So if you love Oran sandals, I think I should probably let these go because they're brand new. So I will list the details below. Please, serious inquiries only because yeah, I'm definitely letting them go for way under retail price. But I know a lot of you swear by these and have them in a rainbow of colors. It's just that for me, these didn't work out. Okay, the next style is also a pretty popular Hermes shoe, and you might be surprised at this one too. You might think, Mel, didn't you learn your lesson? Because I have 2 pairs of them. So this is one. This is called the Legend Wedge, and I own it in the tan suede and also in the white colorway with this gorgeous stitching. Now, I love a wedge shoe. Height is good, comfort is good. This one I've probably only worn 3 times. It doesn't look like it because I'm telling you, these sole protectors really make a difference. This was a seasonal design. They don't always have that. Usually they just have the black leather and the tan leather. So even the suede can be seasonal as well. So this was my first pair. But when I tried them in store, I thought they were pretty comfortable, and the couple of times I wore this, I just couldn't walk for a long time in them. And for me, I think this is purely based on the ankle strap. See how the ankle strap, when you do wear it, it feels a little bit restrictive on me, and I think this really is based on the individual, but I prefer the ankle strap when it's around this section of the shoe, not right up the top. Some people don't like this type of ankle strap because it can cut off the leg, but some people love this ankle strap because it feels a lot more secure. So it is personal preference. So I really recommend for this particular one, you really need to go into store and try it on because I love wedges. I wear wedges so much. I thought that maybe these just needed breaking in. So when the suede version came out, I really loved this color because it's not gold, but it's still a tan that goes with so much. But as you can see, I haven't even worn them, which is such a crying shame. These definitely do feel softer because it's in suede compared to the leather, which is definitely more stiff, but I just haven't worn them. And lesson learned, just don't buy things with the ankle strap like this because for me personally, I don't find it that comfortable. So this one in terms of sizing, sometimes shoes can vary a bit. I'm normally a 37.5, and in this pair, I bought a 37.5. But in this one, I found that it ran slightly bigger, so I got this in a 37. So even more so, this is an important one to try in store if you were interested in these wedges. But there's nothing wrong with the design. I love this design. As you can see, it's like the Orans sandal sort of H design. Nothing wrong with that. It's just the ankle strap for me. Okay, so next up we're going to move to my in-between category. So these are not my best, but I do still like them and you should still consider them. So let's start off with this pair. This pair is called the Blink Mule, and it came in a couple of colors. And the reason why I was attracted to it is I love texture. So I love that it's got the mix of suede and satin, and it's got this H logo with all the sort of baguette diamantes, and it's got a little kitten heel, but this kitten heel, as you can see, wasn't as short as the vintage pair I showed before, is a lot more comfortable. And I just really loved the color. It's sort of like in this peachy color. Now this one I have worn once, but only at home when we were hosting a dinner. So I didn't put sole protectors on it yet, and because it was on carpet, it doesn't look like it's been used, but it's just been used at home. So I really haven't used this that much. So that's why it also ranked low. It is very comfortable. I got my true size 37.5. I love the design. I think I just need to wear them a bit more and style it up with more of my outfits. But comfort wise, really, really good. And it's good to see Hermes bring out different silhouettes and different designs each season. All right, next up is a pair of sneakers. They used to have this on their website for quite a while, but I've noticed that Hermes has come out with so many more sneakers. But at that time when I bought these, I can't even remember, a few years ago, they were very, very popular. And these are called the Voltage sneakers. I like them because they have a little bit of a thicker platform, and I thought I would get a lot of wear out of them because, you know, they're a white pair of sneakers with just a little bit of black on the heel counter. But what I found is these are really heavy, guys. And sometimes when you're in store and you're just taking a few steps around, you don't realize how heavy it is until you walk in them. So Things with a rubber sole like sneakers like this, it looks exceptionally clean. I actually have worn them a few times, but I always take care of my shoes and I always like give them a wipe down so that they're in optimal condition. Comfort wise, they are comfortable. There's nothing wrong with them, but they're just heavy. They're very, very heavy. They don't sell these at the moment. There are better alternatives in my opinion, but even on the pre-loved market, if you do see these, I would just try on other pairs because I didn't realize that this thick sole would be so heavy. It's a shame because I really wanted a pair of sneakers that had a little bit more height. So in terms of sizing, this one actually went down a size. Usually with sneakers, I would size half a size up, but I actually went down to a 37 because I found that these ran half a size too big. Since we're talking about sneakers, I do own another pair, and this pair is still in their current range, still one of their most popular sneakers, and I'm talking about the Day sneaker. So I bought these a couple of years ago in Dubai, and I originally wanted the all white pair, but because I had an all white pair, I saw these and I thought these are cute. Love the design. This pair of sneakers come in full leather, they come in a canvas mix, they come in suede. And the reason why these rank so low is, again guys, I have not even worn these. And this is completely my mistake. It's nothing about the comfort of the shoe. These are actually very comfortable and I love that it comes in so many different colors and leathers. My mistake was I shouldn't have picked this colorway. I should have picked another colorway because when I came home, I realized that this particular pair are so similar to my Dior sneakers, which I don't know why. At the time, I thought I didn't have anything similar. So it kind of became a bit redundant. I definitely love these sneakers and would recommend them. I just want to repurchase them in a different color. So for that reason, if you love these sneakers and have been always after the pink and white colorway, I'll also be selling these under retail. They don't have this pink and white colorway at the moment, I believe, but they always do have this style because it's just like a core in their collection, especially with this Kelly buckle. It's so cute. And I do find these more comfortable than the Voltage and they're not heavy. Sizing wise, I went half a size up, which usually in sneakers I tend to do that because you know, you wear it with socks. So this one I went with a size 38. So I know, a crying shame, but if one of you loves this, definitely get it. I'll just be getting them in another color. Okay, next up is another pair of Hermes shoes that I bought pre-loved, but they were brand new. And they are these stunning pair of green suede, pretty high heeled sandal. I love these. This was definitely a win on the pre-loved market. This normally in Hermes would cost, because of all the bejeweled detail on the buckle and everything, this would cost easily over 1,500 AUD. Generally speaking, Hermes shoes range from around, you know, leather versions around 800, and when it goes to boots, it can go all the way up to around $2,000 to $3,000. So all these shoes are very expensive, hence why you definitely want to do your research before buying a pair. For such a high heel, because this is over 10 centimeters, I find these so comfortable. So this particular one, see how this ankle strap is not like completely around the ankle here, it's here. That just suits my ankles a lot more. They're in green, they're stunning. I love the buckle detail with all the diamantes. These are actually the pair of shoes that I wore to my meetup when I did my first meetup for a La Page, and I just love them. I always get compliments when I wear them because they're such a stunning pair of shoes. And yeah, tip, look on the pre-loved market. Sometimes you can find absolute bargains. And this one I got in a 38. So yeah, had to size half up, but I took the risk for this one because they were just at a fabulous price. And next up is my newest pair of Hermes sandals. When I say newest, I did buy it last year in Hawaii, and these are called the Glamour sandals, and they're still available online. But the reason why this has ranked lower is that I just haven't worn them yet. But I have tried them on and they are comfortable, so that's why they've ranked in the middle category and not the best. But I just love the design because the heel height is sort of my perfect sort of heel height, around 80-ish centimeters, not too tall, and in classic black with the palladium hardware. For sizing, They run true to size. I got a 37.5, but for my foot, I tend to have probably the average, narrow to average foot. So if you have a wider foot, you might have to size up half a size, but I find these run true to size. And they did come in a couple of colors, but I thought the black was just the most classic and the most versatile. Next is a pair of shoes I was searching for. I remember a couple of years ago, I put out on my wish list video, I was searching for this. You guys helped me find it. So I did have to buy it on the pre-loved market because they're not always in the Hermes range. Though there's some countries, I believe I did see it on the UK Hermes website maybe last year, but I know in Australia, I have never seen them. And likewise, I think they do sell in Paris and US sometimes, but at the moment I couldn't find it online. But I always wanted a pair of Hermes knee-high boots. And these ones are called the Story knee-high boots, and they come in 2 different heel heights. So this one is the slightly lower one, and then there's a higher version as well. I love the Kelly buckle on it. This shoe is very, very comfortable, and they were so hard to find. This is not in my best category, only for the reason because it really depends on your calf length. As you can see when I'm trying it on, it hits me just under the knee. So I can just get away with it. But if you are, so for reference, I'm 164 centimeters tall. If you are shorter than I am, or maybe you have shorter calves, you will not like this because it will sit in an awkward length. It will sit around like on your kneecap, and that is not comfortable at all. So sometimes I do feel it, sometimes I don't when I'm wearing these. It just touches. I wish they just made it 1 centimeter shorter or even half a centimeter shorter. So that's the only reason this lost points, but they're stunning on, they're so comfortable. I love these. I just wish the shaft was just slightly shorter. But if you're taller and your calves are longer, you will absolutely love these because you could walk all day in these because the heel height is just so comfortable. So for boots, I usually go up half a size, but this one I got my true size, which is a 37.5, and they fit perfectly. If you've been looking for a pair of knee-high boots with a heel and the Kelly buckle, then check these out. All right, let's move to my best Hermes shoes. And these ones I would repurchase. And some of these I love so much, I own in multiples. So first up is the Paris loafer. Now these loafers are just so stylish. I love a good loafer, but I find loafers a little bit hard because sometimes they can just make my foot look a bit wide. And when I'm wearing them, sometimes I have gaping issues. But as you can see, when I have these on, they fit perfectly. They just mold to my foot, and the profile is just, it just doesn't make my feet look too bulbous, which some other loafers can. I mean, if you like that look, definitely go for that, but I just love these. Again, this comes in so many different colors and leathers, from full leather to a mix of suede, velvet, also lots of colors, because it's been in Hermes collection for ages, and I totally understand why. Now, I probably shouldn't have got white to begin with, but I loved it because, as you can see, it's got the rose gold hardware. So at the moment, I don't think they have the rose gold hardware, but they've got the ones where it's like matching like pink with pink hardware as well. No regrets here. I love these. I find them so comfortable. And because this one has the rubber sole, you don't need a protection sticker on this, but you know, the minute you wear these, they will get indented because all of this is in leather. I got my true size 37.5. I do find them very comfortable, but it does take a couple of wears just to break them in, especially on the heel counter area. But as you can see, you can sort of press it down, so it's not hard. I always do the little press test when I'm buying loafers, because sometimes this heel counter can be really hard, but now they are so comfortable and they mold to my foot and they just look beautiful and classic. I think the next pair I would probably get in either black, or maybe not black, maybe a more neutral color, but I definitely love these. And if you've been looking for loafers, I think you will really love these. However, if you have a wider foot, these might not suit you, but they have other styles that cater more for a wider foot. But if you've got sort of similar feet to mine, definitely give these a go. Next up is a pair of ankle boots, and these are called the excuse my pronunciation, I think it's Decovert ankle boot. These were also a seasonal style. I bought these in Hawaii as well, and I love them. Really good heel height. I think it's only like 50 millimeters. It's got the sort of Mador buckle, and I just love that detail on there, and in gold. So easy to match. This is just the stuffing that it came with. So I suggest after you wear your shoes, I just kept this because it helps sort of keep its shape, and then you don't need like a boot filler or anything, and it helps retain the shape. So that's why I've kept that. I've worn them heaps. I can walk all day in them. I love Hermes ankle boots. I find them so comfortable. And this one here, I got my true size, 37.5, and they fit beautifully. I have a lot of tan Hermes bags, so this was a no-brainer when I saw it. I think it did also come in black, but I think this season they've just done other variations of it. But I particularly liked this one purely because of this buckle detail, which I thought was really, really cute and a little bit more edgy. So the next couple of pairs of shoes I love, and I own two. I bought these years ago, and if they came in more colors, I would have got them. These sold out so quick because of the price point. So I'm talking about the Rivage sandals. So these ones, as I said before, the price point was so good. I think when I bought these, they were around 300 and something Australian dollars. Now they still have ones rubber like this that's waterproof, but obviously the price has gone up. And I don't know if you can tell, these ones I haven't cleaned because I take these on every trip with me when I go to Hawaii or somewhere warm, because I wear them to the beach. I find them very comfortable, but they're still dressy enough that after the beach, once you rinse all the sand off, there's actually still sand on all of them. But this one here, because of the rubber sole, it doesn't get indented, so it is really durable. And I just love the detailing. I love this chain dunk detailing. I'm wearing the chain dunk ring here too. Yeah, I have the black pair, which I wear heaps, but I love this sort of bright blue too. I've actually worn this just as much. There's probably some still remnants of sand on this, but I wear these so much. So I would definitely consider getting another pair of the rubber sandals because one, price point is good. Two, I know I wear them a lot. It's just I need to see what design. The current one they've got at the moment is more like a thong. Okay, when I say thong, that's Australian, but more like a flip-flop construction that goes in between the toes. So I don't find that as comfortable. So I'll just wait because I believe every season they'll always have a pair of these, and these will definitely be the cheapest shoes in the Hermes collection. But if you love a pair of beach sandals or bougie beach sandals, but still a great summer sandal, consider these ones. The next pair of shoes I definitely recommend, and they're one of my favorite boots ever. It's another pair of ankle boots, and these are called, excuse my pronunciation again, I think it's Juz. I'll link everything I feature down below. So this particular pair, they've actually discontinued, but they have an update to this, which is the Saint Germain ankle boot, which it looks exactly the same, but can you see the top flap of this leather is a bit higher than the back? So the Saint Germain is just it's the same length. So it just looks like this, but essentially it's the same construction. I think the heel height is very similar as well, maybe a tad lower, but I can walk all day in these. I remember buying these from the Paris store 7 years ago maybe, and I love them so much to this day. These came in a whole range of colors as well, and they were so popular. I think they've just updated it because maybe it's more commercial if it doesn't have this higher bit. But personally, I like it because it's a different sort of design element, and I don't feel like it cuts my legs off. It's sort of like not quite ankle, but sort of midway. I just love these, and I would have bought another color, but I didn't realize they were discontinuing it. But the updated version, the Saint Germain, I'm definitely consider getting that because I love these so much, and those are always in the range as well. And then also with this one, I went up half a size to size 38, but I would say they run true to size because they didn't have the 37.5, so I would go with your true size in these. So Hermes boots are always really pricey. I believe the Saint Germain boot in Australian dollars is over $3,000, so 2,500-ish USD, so definitely more pricey. So they are an investment, but I find these so comfortable and they were worth every penny. Obviously when I bought them, they were cheaper, but still very pricey for designer boots. But I love these so much and I would definitely repurchase them and definitely considering the updated version as well. And then my number one pick and my favorite Hermes shoe in my collection, and also a super popular style in Hermes, is none other than the Oasis sandal. Now I love these so much that I own not one, two, three, 4 pairs of Oasis sandals. That's how much I love them. Now, this is like the Orans. Both of these, I would say, are the best selling sandals. You can see straight up as a quick comparison that the Orans appear wider. That's why they tend to suit people with wider feet more so. This one looks a bit more narrow, but I don't find them too narrow. I actually find them so comfortable. For me personally, I always find something with a little bit of a heel. This is only not even probably 5 centimeters or shorter. So much more comfortable than flats, but that's just my foot. It really is personal preference. But the Orans are still comfortable in the full leather version, but I just prefer the Oasis. That's why I've got them in so many different colors. And I would add more colors. Again, in the Oasis sandal, it comes in leather, it comes in suede, denim, a whole mixture of colors. That's what I love about them. Now, I will say out of these 4, the one that I've worn the most is, purely because I think it's neutral and I love the contrast stitching, is my gold pair. And I do find the calf leather version, because it's a bit softer, a little bit more comfortable than say these versions, because these two here are in Epsom leather. So Epsom leather is a little bit more rigid, but still I find them very comfortable. Just to note, they do take a few wears to wear them in. I didn't find them comfortable straight to begin with, but after, you've broken them in, I can wear them for ages and I love them. They're just the perfect sandal that goes with my dresses, jeans, anything. And there's always a pair I take on vacation with me. And yes, so that's my collection of Oasis sandals and I hands down would buy more. In terms of sizing, all of mine, I went half a size up, so it's 38. Like the Orans, I would also size half up in this, especially if you have a wider foot. But the next pair I would get would probably be in a different leather or fabric. So maybe the denim version. You know which one I would love? I would love to get a custom made Oasis in lizard, but it would cost so much. They do make them sometimes, but I haven't liked the colors, but they do make both the Oasis and the Orans in exotics, and they are stunning, but they cost so much. So I haven't sort of bitten the bullet and done that, but I would still love a pair, but I would do it in the Oasis because I get so much wear out of these. So this is my number one pick and I would repurchase over and over again. So that is it, my loves. 20 pairs of Hermes shoes. Which ones I love, which ones I didn't love so much. If you were interested in the 2 pairs of shoes I was selling, all the details are down below. Just email me at askmelinmelbourne@gmail.com, but please, serious inquiries only. I will be selling them less than retail. But the thing is that with Hermes shoes, I will still continue to buy them. Sometimes you have mistakes, but in general, I love them. I love the design, maybe because Hermes is my favorite brand. So I hope this review of my collection and the try on helps those of you considering Hermes shoes. I do think that they're really classy and I love my collection. They keep coming out with new shoes and I'm always sort of on the lookout. But I would love to know, please comment below, which is your favorite shoe from my collection? And is there any that you recommend I need to try? So thank you all so much for watching. Have a fabulous day or night and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.